Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you Obi-Wan Kenobi at skill level 4, 5, and 6. His ability does remain relatively the same between all 6 of the skill level, but I do have another video that covers the lower skill level at skill level 1, 2, and 3. So if you're looking for the game demonstration for the lower skill level, I'll link it in the description below or in the top right hand corner here. But if you're looking for the gameplays for skill level 4, 5, and 6, so check this out. I will show you all 3 of the gameplays and show you a side-by-side comparison and then show you any differences between the 3 skill level. So let's get into it and take a look. When you level up Obi-Wan Kenobi, there are 2 things that change. First of all is the skill range, and then secondly is how many zooms that's required to activate Obi-Wan Kenobi's ability. And when it comes to the range, this is in regards to the last slash that Obi-Wan Kenobi does. His animation does consist of a bunch of other like micro animation that doesn't change between all 6 of the skill level. Some of those micro animation include the little bolts and the lasers that gets fired out, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi's deflecting it. Those micro animation are always the same, but the amount of zooms that it clears doesn't seem like it's consistent, so it is somewhat random. And then the final slash is what the skill range is in reference to, so the higher the skill level, the thicker that final slash is going to be. One good thing about Obi-Wan Kenobi is that his ability is really easy to use. So if you're newer to the game or don't really like to use gyro, then Obi-Wan Kenobi is a good option for you if you can't get the other 2 new zooms. But unfortunately, out of the 3 new zooms that's currently out right now in May 2023, he's probably one of the worst ones that's out currently. I would recommend you to invest a little bit more in R2-D2 or even Ahsoka Tano if you have the resources. But that's only if you don't want to get Jedi Luke, which I don't see why not. If you don't have Jedi Luke yet, I would recommend you to save your coins and save your skill tickets and try to invest in Jedi Luke. And once you have Jedi Luke at skill level 5 or 6, then you could consider investing in other zooms. And by the way, if you're enjoying this type of content where I review zooms, do game demonstration, and there are times where I go on live as well, I'm also going to be doing a lot more shorts that will show you the gameplays of each of these zooms, and please consider subscribing to this channel. It really does help me out a lot. And let me know in the comments below if you guys are enjoying the YouTube shorts where I review the zooms. Well, they're just really gameplays. I'm not really reviewing them. I could get those videos out to you guys sooner, so let me know if you guys want those more often, where I show you all of the skill levels for all of these zooms, so that way you can see the entire gameplay. I could do that more often for you guys if you want to see those before I do all of these in-depth analysis. I'm going to continue to do both, where I review them in depth as well as do YouTube shorts. So let me know if you guys want that type of content. Alright, next I want to show you guys a side-by-side comparison of the abilities activated at the same time. So let me slow this down so you guys could see what is happening here. And one cool thing about Obi-Wan Kenobi's ability is that it doesn't freeze. And so as you can see there, the zooms will continue to fall even with the ability activated. Some other zooms doesn't happen like this. The screen actually freezes once you hit the ability button, so you have to set up the screen to play. But Obi-Wan Kenobi, you don't have to worry about that, which is why it's really good for beginners. You don't have to worry about setting it up. So this is going to be the size of the skill range at skill level 4, 5, and 6. You'll notice that there are some magical bubbles on the bottom and bottom right hand area. Those are from the micro animation or micro abilities from the deflection of the laser beams. So there's nothing you could really do about that. They're just going to get in the way. One thing you could prepare yourself is to get rid of the bubbles before you press the button to activate Obi-Wan Kenobi's ability. But even at that point, you're still going to have at least one magic bubble in the way. So you're just going to have to kind of play around it. So for skill level 4, I got a chain of 30. Skill level 5, I got an average of 32. And skill level 6, I got 35. So these are just average numbers. You're likely going to experience anywhere between like 26 to 32 for skill level 4. So there are going to be some fluctuation depending on how the zooms fall down and if there's any big zooms that's on the screen. So it does vary a little bit. Overall, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a decent zoom, but Obi-Wan Kenobi is not a zoom that I would recommend you to spend your skill tickets on or spend more coins in the premium box to try to get him leveled up. Even at skill level 6, it's not great, so I would recommend you to save your coins to try to get Jedi Luke, and if you already have Jedi Luke, you may want to just save your coins for next month. Or you could try to get R2-D2, but it's really not worth your coins. I think it's worth saving up to try to get the Star Wars Tsums. Those Star Wars Tsums are a little bit more rare compared to the other Tsums because they only come around once a month, or once a year I mean. But if you really want to participate in the score challenge at the end of this month and you are struggling to get Pilot Luke and R2-D2, then you might want to get Obi-Wan Kenobi at least to skill level 1 so that way you can at least participate. The other option is get Mace Windu. So for Group B, you could use Obi-Wan Kenobi or Pilot Luke and R2-D2 or Mace Windu. Those are your 3 options. Later on in the month, I'm gonna upload a video that covers all of the Tsums that are gonna be available for the group. I'm gonna wait until all the Tsums come out for this month so that way I can review them and see which one is really gonna be the winner for that group. Likely for this group, it's gonna be R2-D2 and also Pilot Luke, so the pair Tsum that's available. I'm guessing a lot of players are gonna be using Pilot Luke and R2-D2 as their champion for Group B. But like I said, stay tuned. I'm going to make a video that will do a side-by-side comparison of all 3 of these Tsums, and then we can figure out together which one is best. I'll have all of these Tsums at skill level 6, so that way you can see which ones it's worth investing, if at all any. Alright, so let's skip to the end here and take a look at the results for these 3 particular gameplays. For skill level 4, I ended up with 2,221 coins. Skill level 5, I got 2,617 coins. And at skill level 6, I got 3,238 coins. So for a skill level 6 Tsum, this is pretty terrible. For skill level 6, I would expect at least in the 4,000. And given that it's at low 3,000, it's really not worth it. If you play Pilot Luke and R2-D2 at skill level 1 and you play relatively quickly, you could probably get into the 3,000s. So if you have R2-D2 and Pilot Luke, the pair Tsum, you may want to invest in that Tsum over Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mace Windu, it's okay, but it's really not that great either. So if you don't have Mace Windu and you also don't have Pilot Luke and R2-D2, then yes, try to get Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I don't see any scenarios where you would try to get him. So for skill level 4, the score I got was 6.2 million, skill level 5 is 7 million, and at skill level 6, I only got 8.4 million. So nothing too fancy here, it's not amazing, especially at skill level 6. I'm going to try to get Obi-Wan Kenobi to level 50 and do a side-by-side comparison, but I don't expect it to be anything like crazy, so it's not going to be comparable to Pilot Luke and R2-D2. I really am just curious if Obi-Wan Kenobi is better than Mace Windu, so I'll give that a try and show you guys a side-by-side once I got all of them to level 50. And comparing all 6 of the skill level, you'll see here that it's not that drastic of a change. Going from skill level 1 to skill level 6, yes, it doubled, but you can see that the increase has been very, very minimal. So it's really not worth it to invest your time, your coins, and effort to get your Obi-Wan Kenobi to skill level 6. I'm only doing it for demonstration purposes. Otherwise, I wouldn't invest in my time to get Obi-Wan Kenobi to level 50. So that's my review for Obi-Wan Kenobi. I hope that you guys found this video helpful or at least entertaining, because Obi-Wan Kenobi is not that exciting. But if you guys would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this, or would like to see more shorts, please subscribe to this channel and let me know in the comments below if you want to see more shorts. And as always, thank you so much for watching.